So, my name's Andrea, and I'll tell you a little bit more about who I am later, and also the rest of the team. But I thought we'd just start by giving you the kind of heads up for the kind of people that are actually in the room, so who you are, basically. I'm not going to go through every single person's name, just to give you an idea. We basically, in terms of who to invite tonight, we thought, well, who are creative people in the city, and not just the kind of usual people that might go to networking events. So we try to think really creatively, and we're really proud of of you, who you are here tonight. So we've got people from Richer Sounds, we've got Cambridge Art Salon, Bob and Barn, and for those of you that don't know what they do, you should check them out because they write cool music for TV programmes and games, and they're based in Cambridge. Who knew that? I didn't. We've got the Cambridge African Network and Caribbean Network. There's somebody here called Sarah Crompton, hopefully in the room, who's setting up a new outdoor arts festival. Hello, there you go. We've not yet met, but... We've got Miller's Music, as well as Richer Sounds, so Simon Tiff, Miller's Music. Independent Cambridge, Neon Moon, Green Mine Gigs, we've got Thirsty and Brewboard, Hot Numbers, and many more. So it's a really interesting bunch, and if you haven't had a chance to mingle, then do find somebody you don't know and just have a chat to them and find out who they are. We've got to obviously thank the people that make tonight possible, so here are our fantastic partners. Well, I'm going to say first and foremost the 1815 bar, because they've let us use the space for free. Yeah. And if you want to find out more about this building, speak to her, because they've got some fantastic rooms upstairs, and it's a really great venue, and thanks for the fees, it's much appreciated. And then BBC Radio Cambridgeshire would like to be the media partners for the festival. Matthew from Cambridgeshire Music is doing wonderful supporting of us already, with Neil, who's provided some sticky pads and pens from Alia at Serious Impact. Paul from Camp Creative, you'll meet him in a bit. We Are Sound, that's me. And we've got Jean-Luc from Cambridge Photographers, I think I've pretty much said. So thank you everybody that's supported us. And then, who are we before we get to what is all this about? So I'm going to introduce one of the advisors of the House of Cambridge, Jules Class.
It's Andrea. I'm Jules Class, and I've been involved in this project since the beginning. My background is in arts, fundraising and development, but before that lots of management consulting, from the banking sector all the way through to fintech. And it's an absolute pleasure to be able to use some of those skills for something a little bit more inspiring than the next piece of call centre technology that you need. So that's who I am, and there's probably a little bit more depth to that, but I can't find it tonight. But I would like to introduce our advisor and mentor at the back, John Rebel.
Know me. Most people know me through a creative network group that I run called Camp Creative, which is not me. And we've been running that for about 8 years. My background is creative. I've been involved in the creative scene and as a designer, a marketeer and everything. In 30 years that I've been in Cambridge. So when I first came to Cambridge, which was about 32 years ago, one of the things I loved about Cambridge, which I still love today, is how wonderful and beautiful Cambridge is. But also there was a festival around at that time. And it was a festival that had dance, music, art, everything. It was a fantastic experience. I loved it. And sadly, after a few years, it stopped. It went bust. Some of those activities still carried on, like the Cambridge Film Festival and a few others. And so I was just thinking, well, it'd be really interesting to see what we can do back then, to see that come back again at some point.
So as Paul said, there used to be a festival. And the context why I'm involved is that I run this musical project called We Are Sound, used to be called the Dazzling Sound Collective, and we basically take people from the public and mash them up with professional musicians and gig them. And it's a big group, and we struggle with venues, and for years I wanted to bring a tent to Parker's Piece, but it's really, really expensive. So I thought, well, maybe I could do a music festival, and then I thought, well, everyone's doing that, and I don't think I could do it any better, so it just sort of got shelved for a couple of years. And the meeting with Paul about the Arts Festival was a kind of moment. And because I knew a couple of festival directors, the idea that just came pretty much immediately to mind was, well, hang on, if we bring this big space to Cambridge, then maybe the other festivals would like to be in it, and we could do this showcase of Cambridge's brilliant content in 1 week that isn't being done currently. That's kind of the vision. And it's also to include the communities around. So the aim is to have, and we'll look in a bit more detail in a sec, to have this gorgeous tent, but then potentially, if there's interest, and this is what we want to ask you, to look at having a fringe event around in some of the great venues like Hot Numbers or Stir or the Portland Arms. So the great spaces, and also the unusual spaces, for example, that Thursday are using out on the Museum of Technology. So, you know, they're thinking creatively, and we want to do that too. Where can we put this kind of fringe of all of those? So, just a little bit of information. Firstly, the benefits to the festivals. Obviously, they're going to reach new audiences. We're going to put everybody in a festival tent for a week, and the ability to kind of draw new audiences in is, I think, really attractive to people that are taking part. And obviously, it's going to show Cambridge in a really good light. That's what this is all about. But in terms of benefits for you, so you're the kind of people that go to stuff like this. It's in a week. It's multi-art, so it's really diverse. You can see some of the other benefits there that we've written on the slides. There's no need to camp. This is the big one. You don't have to go to Latitude and get muddy feet for a week. And it would be ticketed by event, not for a whole festival. And we'll look at that in a little bit more detail. So hands up who thinks a fringe would be a good idea? So smaller events. Okay. Excellent. That's good. That is good news. Okay, so what will it look like? Very quickly. Is this you? This is you.
The Spiegel tent in the middle, which is front and centre. It's a very, very beautiful thing. For any of you who've been to a gig in one or performed in one, Guy, I know you and Kat have definitely done some stuff there. It's surrounded by things that we all need. So, number one is the bar, food, vendors, yeah, absolutely. You laughing at the back. With covered chill out and performance spaces, so where people aren't able to attract 600 to 800 people for a seated event, but have something small and significant and artistically powerful, there are other spaces. In addition, we're looking to stream some of the content to broader parts of the city and certainly the county, so that audiences who can't reach the space have an opportunity to experience all kinds of different arts from all sorts of different people, which is really important to our ethos.